Good morning, student. Myself, UK Singh, science teacher at ISN Mundri Dhanbad. In the previous class, I've studied about food resources plants. In this class, we'll study about food resources animal, as animals also forms an integral part of our food. Okay. So, first of all, we have to understand about the term animal husbandry. Now, as given in your book, animal husbandry, the scientific management of livestock. So that means various ways of keeping animals. Okay, when you're keeping animals, you have to take care about their food, their captivity, their health, and other requirements, the basic requirements of animals, so that the animals can be in a sound state, so that maximum productivity can be procured from them. Okay, this is known as animal husbandry. Now, cattle farming, most of the cattle from animals we get milk, meat, then we wool, etc. important things like that. So cattle farming are mainly for milk yielding animal, that is called milk animal, which includes cow, buffaloes, goat, camel, etc. Now in this kind of agriculture, we have to basically two animals forms integral part. First is the cow and second is the buffalo. Here there is given scientific name of cow, Bos indicus, and scientific name of buffalo, Bos bubalis. Okay, so both are actually major milk yielding animals. You must be knowing that India is the largest producer of milk in the world. Okay, India also exports a large quantity of milk all over the world. Okay, due to the contribution of V. Kurian, who was the pioneer of white revolution in India. You must be knowing that recently we have celebrated his the what you can say the milk revolution. We have just what you can say recognized the contribution of V. Kurian. Okay. Now cattle farming includes cows and majorly cows and buffaloes. So those cows and buffaloes produces milk. Milk is a very nutritious liquid which consists of all the essential requirements like carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins, minerals, except for vitamin C. Okay, it contains all the important constituents. Both cow milk and buffalo milk are good for health. However, there are different kinds of varieties. You must be knowing that there are two kinds of varieties. First one is the exotic and second one is the indigenous variety. Indigenous variety which is native to a particular place. Okay, so we have different kind of breeds of cows. For example, uh, brown Swiss jerseys are known as exotic varieties, which are actually as a result of artificial habitation, whereas the indigenous breeds includes Shahiwal, Gir, Thalparkar. These are the indigenous varieties. Now, productivity of exotic varieties are higher. However, the quality of milk of indigenous varieties is what you can say very popular because of the presence of some important nutrients, or you can say, or even the quality of protein, the casein is the major solid protein in milk. So basically now it has been explored that the milk of indigenous varieties consists of a kind of protein which is known as uh, which is a superior kind of casein protein, which is known as AB2 protein, which is now been exported to different parts of the world. It has also got this medicinal values. Buffalo milk is also good. It is highly nutritious. It is rich in protein and fats. Okay, so buffalo milk is generally higher in quantity of protein and what you can say fat. However, cow's milk and cow's clarified butter has its medicinal properties. Okay, now the captivity, how can we take proper care of the cattle animals? First of all, we have to understand that the food is very important. Okay, so milk for milk yielding animals, even though balanced diet is required, we include green grasses, straws, and oil cakes. Oil cakes are very good and nutritious. By eating those kinds of things, animal produces more milk. Okay, and it's essential kind of thing we have to look after their diet, their captivity. We have to maintain proper sanitation. Okay, cleaning is very much required. There should be a proper drainage system in order to drain out the what you can say dung and the urine, so that it doesn't cause any diseases. Also the captivity should be well ventilated. Okay. Apart from this, immunization program, because cattle also suffer from many disease, infectious diseases, so there is an immunization program for cattle also. So proper immunization and also treatment if the cattle becomes sick, proper treatment is required. Okay, because they are vulnerable to many kind of viruses, bacteria, protozoans. Okay. The second topic is poultry farming, which we'll study in the next class. Thank you.